An hour-and-a-half drive east of Seattle, there's a small mining town that served as a setting for the early 90s television series Northern Exposure. I'm in Roslyn, Washington, in the Cascade Mountain region. Population 1,000. Designing your own dream home takes a lot of planning, especially if you want different things. The homeowners we're about to meet wanted the laid-back beauty of the country, but didn't want to be too far away from the city. They wanted to build a house that was as green as possible, but they didn't want to sacrifice style and design. 3.5 miles outside of Roslyn is the 6,000-acre resort town of Suncadia. Suncadia is no ordinary community. They've laid down some pretty tough green building rules. But our homeowners took on the challenge and built an award-winning house with superior insulation, local materials, and eco-friendly finishes.
We wanted to demonstrate that you could have a high-quality home. It wasn't like a grass hut somewhere.
Meet Brenda and Art Nunes. She's a marketing director with an engineering and environmental consulting firm, and he's an investment advisor. They live here with their best friend, Stubbs. The main living area is open concept all the way, with a dining area, a gourmet kitchen, and a 2-story lounge. Upstairs are the bedrooms and the beautiful master bathroom. In total, it's 3,000 square feet. How are you, Emmanuel?
Brenda Nunes.
Pleased to meet you. Real pleasure.
I'm Art.
Art, pleasure meeting you. What a great area.
Is this your first time here?
It is. This is just beautiful. This is a conservation golf resort. Is that the idea?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It didn't start out exactly like that, but we saw an opportunity and turned it into a 5-star built green home.
Being a conservation area, were there any restrictions?
It had to blend in with the natural environment. You had to do pretty much native landscaping, but all things we would have wanted to do anyway.
So let's see what makes the outside of this house green. Beautiful stonework. There's a slate.
Thank you. It is actually a Montana stone.
And this is just veneered on the outside.
It's a veneer on the outside, and it's only about an inch thick, and it's machined so the corners look like the standard thickness.
Right.
And the reason you want veneered stone is because you can get the beauty and the durability of natural stone, but transportation costs are much less expensive, as well as the structural engineering.
Right, because you're not carrying around all that weight.
Exactly.
What do you have what's on the outside?
This is a 50-year cedar, natural cedar siding. We will have to maintain it a little bit, but in this climate, it's awesome.
It's very nice. Cedar's a great product as
Cedar
far
is
as
a great
longevity on the outside. And on the ground, you've got pavers here?
These are porous pavers. If you notice the space between the pavers, when it rains, the groundwater pretty much goes straight into the ground instead of off the site, causing erosion.
And it can penetrate the ground.
Penetrates in the ground, replenishes the aquifer.
To build this house, they cut down only the trees they had to. Better yet, they reused the wood in the construction, like these beautiful cedar deck posts. Yes, it's very woody in here.
Yeah, much like the exterior, a lot of those trees on site were milled into the post and beam structure in the house.
That's beautiful. Nice to reclaim all that wood, isn't it?
It is. It is.
This is nice.
That is a local artist, and we were able to pick the colors and the pattern, and we just love it. We think it totally fits.
Speaking of recycling, the countertops are made of 85% recycled glass.
And I bet you see last night's beer bottles in there.
No, that's great. Yeah, that's a great product. Keeps the glass at the landfill sites. This is nice. You have more glass back here, too?
We do, and this is also made from recycled glass.
Oh, I like it. You can just see the natural striations in it.
It has character.
Yeah, it does. A lot of character.
It has character. It adds dimension.
The stove runs on natural gas, and the appliances are Energy Star rated, including this 2-drawer dishwasher. If you have a small load, you only use 1 drawer. What is this?
That is a bronze sink. Metal products over the years are constantly recycled, and this is a family-owned business made this, and we just love it.
Still to come, Rub-a-Dub-Dub, a decadent recycled tub. Welcome back to World's Greenest Homes. We're in a green-built resort town called Suncadia, near Seattle, Washington. If you want to build a home here, there are some tough green rules to build by. But thanks to superior insulation, local renewable materials, and eco-friendly finishes, this home passed with flying colors. We've just seen the dining room and kitchen. Now we're headed to the living room.
Oh, that's a nice big fireplace. That's what I call a focal point.
That is a focal point.
It's huge. Is this the same stone you have outside?
It is the same stone, and because it's a veneer, we did not have to go through a structural engineer like you'd have to do for a fireplace of that size.
The gas fireplace is super efficient with outdoor air intakes, so you're not drawing air from inside the house.
What's this over here?
This is what we call a smart home control system. It controls all the major heating and ventilation system and the security system from anywhere in the home or off-site via the internet.
So you get your humidity rating, the temperature in the house right now, you can cool it down. You have radiant floor in here, so you can turn your radiant floor off and on.
Yeah, we do have different zones in the house. A major zone here, all the bedrooms have separate zones.
And that's a super efficient way to do it, right?
Yeah.
Heat the spaces that people are actually in,
Yep.
and the spaces that people aren't in, you can let it just do its own thing.
Absolutely.
Art and Brenda claim in the winter, they save as much as $400 to $500 a month on their heating bills, compared to similar-sized homes with more traditional heating and cooling. But that's not the whole story. What makes this home super energy efficient is in its construction. For that, we head to the basement.
As you know, we have a 5-star rating for this house, and one of the basis of a 5-star rating is having a very tight house, a very efficiently built house. And keys to the foundation of this house are the use of ICF blocks and spray and insulation called Isonine.
Isonine is a non-toxic organic byproduct of the petroleum industry. ICF blocks, or insulated concrete forms, are used in the construction of exterior walls.
So you've sprayed your floors, you've sprayed your walls. Did you
Yes.
spray your attics as well?
Absolutely, and it has some good qualities to it. It expands, so it fills in all the cracks. It acts as a soundproofer, and it prevents mold from forming in the walls.
Great, and of course, if it's preventing all that leaking, which means it's making this house more efficient, which makes you happy.
That's right. Keeps the heating bill down.
You know, I've had a chance to see ICF blocks before, but I always see the foam on the outside. I've never had a chance to see the cross section, and this is great. We get a chance to see the cross section right there on that piece that's sitting down. I'm assuming that was cut out of this hole at one point.
Yes, yes.
Here's our concrete here, and here's your styrofoam, and here's the structural pieces that hold the styrofoam together before you pour your concrete. And what's great about these ICF blocks is that, you know, it's easy to put together, so you can shape your foundation in a day. You pour it, and once it's hardened, you've got a solid foundation, and you've got insulation on the inside and the outside.
And it cuts the labor costs down.
And that makes you a happy man, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
Now, it's up to the second floor, where we find the sleeping quarters.
I like this. It's nice and open up here.
Thank you.
Those north-facing double-glazed windows look out onto one of Suncadia's golf courses.
That is the lucky 13th hole.
Oh, this is a very nice room.
This has got to be my favorite bedroom in the house.
It seems very calming in here.
It's peaceful. Art was really adamant that we put in this window. It was not in the original drawing, and it just adds so much light, and it's all indirect light.
Yeah.
It just makes the room feel bigger.
This floor looks like leather. What is it?
It is cork.
This really looks like leather. What a great application of cork.
It is fabulous. It's got to be one of my favorite treatments.
Next door is the bathroom.
This is a nice tub.
It is a recycled copper tub.
Copper.
Copper.
Copper's getting expensive these days.
It is. It heats up really quickly. It's pretty decadent.
And it's very deep.
It is very
deep. Where'd you find this?
We found it in downtown Seattle.
Okay, so it's an off-the-shelf thing, wasn't custom built for you?
No, it wasn't. It was off the shelf.
I want to ask you about these doors. They're stunning. They're beautiful doors. What is this? More?
Naughty alder.
And this is the same alder you've used in the kitchen cabinets.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things that when we were kids, they'd throw it out. Alder was a weed. It grows so fast. It's incredibly sustainable.
Art and Brenda had to build this home to some tough green standards, but they went all out green, and it's paid off in high marks and high standards and low energy costs. Happily, my tour ends in Brenda and Art's basement wine cellar.
So here's to a 5-star rated home. Congratulations.
Still to come.